Right, Cancer, hi, welcome to your reading. We are looking at Valentine's here. Remember, this is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. And also, it's not a gender-specific reason, so if you are specifically want to look at, say, maybe like an LGBT reading, I do upload one of those every week as well. Welcome to my channel. Let's get started. So we're going to get started with an oracle card reading, then we're going to get into your tarot, and we're going to end off with a message from the universe for you. All right. First message that you got out for you, Cancer, from the oracle is a higher view. All right, a different way of doing things, a better way of doing things, you know. And if you are with someone at the moment, this doesn't mean that you have to leave that person, you know. I feel this more towards those of you that might be single, but what we are looking at here is that maybe getting a bit of a broader look around what is going on, even your own mindset, Cancer. Now remember that sometimes you can get very much into your emotions, and when we get very much into our emotions, sometimes, even though we don't always want to see it that way, we can get very sort of tunnel vision, you know. So be very careful that your emotions don't sort of like overcloud your logic, you know. That is very possible for you at the moment, so just be careful of that happening for you. Emotions sort of like, you know, overclouding things. It might be time to, you know, especially if you're dealing in a situation with someone at the moment, whether you are thinking of moving towards or stepping away, or even just within yourself, you may want to take some time out, maybe just, you know, a bit of relaxing, a little bit of meditation, and to just sort of almost look at your situation, your life situation, your love situation, almost give it a bit of a, you know, like a broader sort of view, kind of looking from the outside and looking inwards, okay? And to see, because sometimes when we step away a little bit and we're not so emotionally involved, we may become aware of certain things that can actually be to your detriment, that you may not see whilst you are solely thinking just from your heart, okay? It's a bit of an objective view, basically. Time for that, I would say. Let's see what we've got for you in tarot. So we're going to draw you 3 cards. And we're going to look at what led you towards where you are at the moment. And you have got, oops, look at that beautiful energy, the Knight of Water. So for some of you, this is a space where you are either ready to give love, but also I feel very ready to receive love. Some of you may be wanting to receive love, but you're a little bit afraid, you're a little bit concerned because of, you know, maybe some experiences that you had in the past. And it says romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, possibly, Cancer, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. So this is really, you know, not just love, but all the beautiful things that come with love. Some of you may have had the experience recently where you suddenly found yourself, and I spoke about that actually in your previous reading that also came up of last week, where you might find yourself suddenly in love and unexpectedly in love, or unexpectedly ready to be in love. And I feel that for some of you there could be a sense of frustration because maybe you'd really like to have that close connection with another person, but you don't really have the actual person with you, or you might have your eye on someone, but you're not 100% sure if those feelings will be reciprocated or not. Okay, in your current space where you are at the moment, quite an amazing thing happening over here. You've got the 6 of Swords, and 6 is that energy when you turn it around it becomes 9. It's the energy of love in tarot. It's the energy that becomes more. And so it says the end of challenging times. What an amazing message. The end of challenging times. Things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or illness, and travel or positive relocation. So for some of you, you know, it could be that you are moving, you're kind of moving out of the dark into the light to a different space, and so maybe you're not really finding sort of like the love that you might be seeking or hoping for where you are. But if there is any sort of travel happening in your life, any relocation, be it like you're relocating home, or maybe, you know, you just say maybe moving to a different desk in the office, maybe you're stopping working at home and going back into the office, that sort of thing, then you might find the perfect person in that sort of space, or somebody might finally actually commit to many of you, from what I feel, because of this move that is taking place. Okay, so it might almost be like somebody says to you like, hey Cancer, I know that you're moving, I know this is what you need to do, but before you go, can we sort of you know, just make our thing an actual solid official thing. All right, so for many of you that may happen. And look at this beautiful space there. Going forward, you've got the Dreamer, which is the Fool, which is new beginnings there with Archangel Metatron. And Metatron is an angel about new beginnings. Metatron helps us with new beginnings, especially with things like art. And I mean, what is more beautiful and more sort of like art perfect than love, you know? It says a new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take a leap of faith. All right, what an interesting reading. Let's clarify this for you. Let's see what we have in clarification for you. So we're looking at the recent past first. We're looking at that Knight over there, that Knight of Cups in the recent past. What is happening over there? Because this is a space where either you gave your heart or someone else may have given their heart. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, all right. So you've got the Hermit energy over there, you've got the Two of Cups, and then you also have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so it's almost like for some of you, you needed to almost get some sort of clarity as to what it is that you actually want to have, not just in love. I feel that for many of you, you needed to get the clarity for what it is that you wanted in life. And once you kind of got that clarity for what it is that you wanted in life, is then where you can go to the space where you can get the clarity for what it is that you want to have in love. All right. There might have been a space where for some of you, maybe, you know, you were on your own by choice. I can see that for many of you, that you actually chose to be on your own there for a while. You chose to maybe do some deeper inner work, some introspective work. I feel that for many of you, maybe you were off balance, you needed to heal from an ex, and then after that you got ready to build something beautiful and to build something new with someone new. So I see that for many of you, you already got ready for what it is that you'd like to have in the recent past, and now you're moving that into the present space of where you are. Could possibly be dealing with a Virgo. It could also be that some of you could be dealing with a Virgo that you might be in the process of letting go. So I'm not saying that's definitely the case. It could just be that you've got strong Virgo in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with someone that's got strong Virgo in their chart. But it could be, especially when I look at this higher view and this Dreamer going forward, you know, there could be a space of realizing that maybe you were so committed to a specific energy or a situation that you sort of wanted things so almost desperately. I feel for some of you wanted it to work out with someone else, that you may have been blinded to the idea that there might be new coming in, because I see a release taking place for you, Cancer, and I see new love coming in. Okay, so there's no need to maybe get too upset about the fact that that love might be leaving, because it might be time to let a certain connection go in order to welcome a new connection in. Clarifying your current space, the Six of Swords, and here you got the Fool again. So remember, you got the Fool for the energy going forward, but in your current space you also have the Fool, and the Fool is the first card that came out. So you have the Fool, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Okay, so actually, sorry, it's the other way around. The Fool, the King of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. And so there's a definite new beginning that's taking place here at the moment. You may be shifting your mind in a direction that maybe it's time to open your heart to a connection with someone else. Many of you may not know who that person is yet. And I can also see that many of you are in that space where you may be saying, I don't really know if I've got the energy or the willingness to, you know, to get to know someone else now and get to know all their quirks and all those type of things. But what I do see is that going forward, things may actually be a lot easier than you might actually, you know, be anticipating. Let's look at that space of what is heading your way, what is possibly heading your way coming forward. And so you've got the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Okay, so going forward, this is beautiful love. This is love going both ways. Okay, beautiful connection that's being built here. This is, I feel the person coming towards you, Cancer. This is a person that actually wants to build a life with you, that wants to build a stable foundation with you. You may have recently been dealing with someone that maybe was a little bit flaky, that you maybe thought there might possibly be something there, but I feel that whoever you dealt with, they were not necessarily a player. It was maybe more like an immature sort of energy, somebody that just wanted to, you know, maybe just to play games, or didn't want to have something, you know, sort of like more solid. Maybe they would just wanted something very sort of like physical, really, you know. And I do see that you know, that person that you dealt with might actually come back and try the tricks on you again. But I also see yourself releasing from that person, because you are not that you are not really that, you know, same person that went into that connection. So their tricks are not really kind of like working on you again, even though I do see them trying those tricks again. Okay. We're going to see what it is that the universe has for you, Cancer. We're going to end off with that. If the reading resonates with you, if you find it helpful, I'd really appreciate you liking the video, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Remember to hit that notification bell. Thank you for all you beautiful souls that are making donations towards the channel. I'm about to bring a lot of incredible changes, beautiful, wonderful changes, and those changes are basically being funded by the donations that you beautiful souls are making. Okay. Message from the universe: Ace of Wands, Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Very powerful message for you, Cancer, because this is about you being ready. This is about you being ready for love. And it's almost like, in a sense, like the perfect connection, the perfect love, the perfect space has been waiting for you. And now you are both ready for this beautiful connection. So you are dealing with someone that is very emotionally mature, that wants to do something more sort of like solid with you, they don't just really want to play games. And for some of you that are still dealing with inner work, and I mean, in a sense, we always are, there is a strengthening here coming about, where maybe you have been the one that had to maybe take care of a lot of things or a lot of people. Maybe you didn't really have so much time for love. I feel that the time for that is coming about for you now, so you better get ready. All right, so that's what I got for you, Cancer. I hope that it helps. If you would maybe like to have a deeper look into your energy, into your possibilities, then you might want to consider having a personal reading with me. I also do regression hypnosis. All the details for that is down below in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye.